Hello KatroPICE! Welcome to Acad TV. In this video, i-aim nating may strengthen ang knowledge sa theories and concepts by applying them in the sample problems. Kaya stay tuned until the very end. Kasi dito sa PICE-PUPSC Acad TV, we leave no one behind. Have fun learning and enjoy! So, ang topic natin ngayon ay ang half-angle identities. So, in this video, magkakaroon tayo ng series of problems about this topic. But before that, magkaroon muna tayo ng konting review sa tatlong half-angle identities. So, ito yung half-angle identities ng tatlong trigonometric functions, yung sine, cosine, at tangent. So, kailangan nating ma-familiarize itong mga identities or formulas nito para makasolve or makapag-solve tayo ng mga sample problems. So, start na tayo. So, ang problem number 1, find the exact value of cosine 30 degrees. So, ang ilang sa atin, maybe, alam na yung value ng cosine 30 degrees. But, let's prove that using half-angle identities. So, cosine, dahil cosine tayo, yung half-angle identity for cosine is cosine over 2 cosine theta over 2 is equal to the square root of 1 plus cosine theta all over 2. So, ang cosine theta, ano yung ilalagay natin ditong theta na kapag dinivide natin by 2 is 30 degrees. So, that is 60 degrees. 60 degrees divided by 2. So, ang theta natin ay 60 degrees. Cosine 60 degrees divided by 2. And so, cosine 60 degrees divided by 2 is cosine 30 degrees. So, cosine 30 degrees is equal to 1 plus cosine of 60 degrees. Kailangan familiarize na tayo sa value nito. So, cosine 60 degrees, that is equal to 1/2. And then, divide natin ito by 2. So, cosine 30 degrees, that is equal to, simplify natin further, 1 plus 1/2, that is 3/2. And then, divided by 2. So, simplifying this, cosine 30 degrees is equal to the square root of what is 3/2 divided by 2? That is 3/4. So, applying here the laws of radicals, we get cosine of 30 degrees is equal to the square root of 3 all over square root of 4, or just equal to square root of 3 over 2. So, this is our final answer. So, proceed tayo sa next example. Find the exact value of sine 15 degrees. So, sa sine naman, yung half angle for sine is sine theta over 2. That is equal to the square root of 1 minus cosine of theta all over 2. So, just plug in. Ano ba yung theta na kapag dinivide natin by 2 is 15 degrees? So, that should be 30 degrees over 2. Equals square root of 1 minus cosine ang theta natin is 30 degrees. And then divided by 2. So, ang sine 15 degrees is equal to the square root of 1 minus what is cosine 30? Yan yung sinolve natin sa problem number 1. And that is equal to the square root of 3 over 2. And then all over 2. So, ang sine 15 degrees, that is equal to the square root of 1 minus square root of 3 over 2. So, get the LCD, which is 2. So, 2 divided by 2 is 1 times, 2 divided by 2, that is 1. And then times 2, that is 2. Minus the square root of 3 all over 2. So, yung sine 15 degrees equal siya sa the square root of, kapag dinivide natin itong by 2, so mamumultiply itong dalawang nasa denominator. So, simplifying this will give us 2 the square root of 3 over 4, kasi 2 times 2. So, ang next, sine 15 degrees, that is equal to the square root of 2 minus the square root of 3 over square root of 4, or that is just equal to 2 minus the square root of 3 all over 2. Pero actually, pwede pa natin itong masimplify further. So, pwede natin i-multiply to both sides by the square root of 2. And then, So, magiging the square root of 2 times 2 minus the square root of 3, all over 2 the square root of 2. So, ito ay magiging the square root of 2 times 2, that is 4. 2 times the square root of 3, 2 the square root of 3, all over 2 the square root of 2. And, dahil nag-multiply tayo ng square root of 2, itong 4 minus 2 the square root of 3 is actually a perfect square. So, pwede natin siyang ma-factor out as square root of 3 minus 1, square root of 3 minus 1 squared, all over 2 the square root of 2. And then, makakancel out na yung square natin at is square root sign. So, matitira is square root of 3 minus 1 all over 2 the square root of 2. But, we still have to rationalize the denominator. So, ang square root of 3 minus 1 all over 2 the square root of 2, kailangan nating multiply ang both numerator and denominator by the square root of 2. So, multiplying this will give us the square root of 6 minus the square root of 2 all over 2 the square root of 2, the square root of 2, which is equal to the square root of 6 minus the square root of 2 all over 2 the square root of 2 times square root of 2, that is 2 times 2 is 4. So, this should be our final answer. Next, evaluate the trigonometric equation tangent of 22.5 degrees. So, dito, pwede rin natin magamit yung half angle identity for tangent. So, tangent theta over 2, that is equal to the square root of 1 minus cosine theta all over 1 plus cosine theta. So, dahil yung tangent 45 degrees over 2 will give us tangent 22.5 degrees. So, ang theta natin ay 45 degrees. So, just substitute that. So, dapat pamilyar na rin tayo sa value ng ilang trigonometric functions. So, nalagay na natin yung 45 degrees. So, ang tangent of 22.5 degrees is equal to the square root of 1 minus, what is cosine 45? That is square root of 2 over 2. And then, 1 plus ang cosine of 45 is square root of 2 over 2. And then, simplifying that will give us the square root of 1, yung 1, pwede natin siyang marawrite as 2 over 2. And then, just copy minus the square root of 2. And then, pwede rin natin maisulat itong 1 dito as 2 over 2 and then plus the square root of 2. So, dahil pareha silang may denominator na 2, pwede na natin yung ma-cancel out. So, ito ay magiging 2 minus the square root of 2 all over 2 plus the square root of 2. So, dito, pwede pa natin itong may simplify. So, ang tangent 22.5 degrees equal siya sa square root of 2 minus the square root of 2 all over 2, square root of 2 plus the square root of 2. Pwede natin itong ma-multiply sa conjugate ng radicand natin. So, ang radicand is 2 minus the square root of 2 at 2 plus the square root of 2. So, simplifying this will give us, dahil nga na square ito, makakancel natin yung square root sign. Kasi magiging the square root of 2 minus the square root of 2 squared divided by, this should be minus. So, ito naman na sa ilalim, magiging 2 minus 2 plus the square root of 2 times 2 minus the square root of 2. So, pwede pa natin itong ma-simplify. Makakancel out yung squared sign at yung squared, magiging 2 minus the square root of 2. Then, divide natin yan. Dito, kapag simplify natin yung inside, sum and difference, so, magiging difference of 2 squares. So, magiging, what is 2 times 2 is 4, minus square root of 2 squared is 2. So, simplifying this will give us 2 minus the square root of 2 all over 4 minus 2, is 2. So, that is square root of 2. Pero, dahil ang denominator natin ay may radical sign, kailangan natin i-rationalize. So, para ma-rationalize natin, multiply natin both yung numerator at denominator by the square root of 2. So, square root of 2 times 2, that is 2 the square root of 2, minus square root of 2 times square root of 2 is 2. Diba? And then divide natin by square root of 2 times square root of 2 is 2. So, mapapansin natin na meron silang common factor which is 2. And then the square root of 2 minus 1. Kasi 2 divided by 2 is 1. And the denominator is 2. So, maka-cancel out na to. So, ang final answer natin is square root of 2 minus 1. Next, problem number 4. Evaluate the trigonometric equation cosine pi over 8. So, first thing, kapag ganito, radians yung given, convert muna natin itong radians into degrees. So, pwede natin siyang ma-convert. Dito tayo. So, pi over 8 times 180 over pi. So, para lang ma-convert, i-multiply lang natin itong radian by 180 over pi. So, maka-cancel ito. And then 180 over pi, that is equal to 22. 180 over 8 pala, that is equal to 22.5 degrees. So, ang cosine, pi over 8 is just equal to cosine 22.5 degrees. And then, using the half-angle identity, cosine of pi over 2 is equal to the square root of 1 plus cosine theta all over 2. And then, yung theta natin would still be 45 degrees. Kasi nga, 45 degrees divided by 2, that is equal to 22.5 degrees. So, square root of 1 plus cosine 45 degrees over 2. And then, continuing this, magiging 22.5 degrees is equal to the square root of 1 plus, what is cosine 45 degrees? Gaya kanina, square root of 2 over 2 rin. And then, all over 2. So, this is equal to the square root of yung 1, pwede natin ma-write as 2 over 2, and then plus the square root of 2. But, don't forget na may all over 2 pa. So, dito na tayo, yung cos 22.5 degrees is equal to the square root of 2 plus square root of 2 all over 4. Kasi, dalawa yung magiging nasa denominator natin na 2. So, 2 times 2, that is 4. And then, loss of radicals, 2 plus the square root of 2 all over the square root of 4. So, that should equal to the square root of 2 plus square root of 2 all over 2. So, this is our final answer. So, last problem, problem number 5. Find the exact value of cotangent 15 degrees. So, dahil kung familiar tayo sa tangent, pwede natin itong ma-convert into tangent. So, yung cotangent 15 degrees is actually equal to tangent 75 degrees. So, pwedeng ito yung gamitin natin. So, using the half-angle identity, tangent theta over 2 is equal to the square, actually, merong other ginagamit na for half-angle identity for tangent. So, pwede natin magamit yung 1 minus cosine theta all over sine theta. So, para sa akin, mas madali natin ito magamit. So, ang theta natin is 150 degrees over 2. Kasi, yung 150 degrees, half niya ay 75 degrees. So, 1 minus cosine 150 degrees all over sine 150 degrees. So, ang tan 75 degrees natin ay equal siya sa 1 minus, ano ba yung cosine 150 degrees? So, ang value ng cosine 150 degrees is negative square root of 3 over 2. And then, yung sine 150 degrees, that is just equal to 1/2. So, simplifying this, magiging 1 plus the square root of 3 over 2 divided by 1/2. So, yung tan 75 degrees natin will equal yung 1 pwede natin ma-write as 2 over 2 and then plus 3 over 2, and then meron tayong all over 1/2. So, 2 plus the square root of 3, that is 2 plus the square root of 3, and then all over 2. And then, divide natin siya by 1/2. So, di ba, kapag nagdi-divide tayo ng 1/2, parang nagmumultiply tayo by 2. So, 2 divide 1/2. So, kapag nagdi-divide 1/2, magiging multiply siya at marireciprocal. So, dahil dyan, maka-cancel out ito. Kaya ang final answer natin ay magiging 2 plus the square root of 3. So, ito yung value ng tangent 75 degrees or cotangent 15 degrees. Maraming salamat KatroPICE. Remember that you are never alone in this journey. Nandito ang PICE-PUPSC TV to guide you because here we leave no one behind. Never lose hope, our future engineer. This is just the start.